right, this is Daniel reporting to you about Trump's newest selection for Secretary of State among his cabinet. His name is Rex Tillerson. So let's talk a little bit about this selection, why it matters, and I'll give you my opinion on it. So he names ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson to Secretary of State. The articles I've included below are New York Times, Reuters, and The Guardian. He named him as Secretary of State. Just so you know a little bit of things about Tillerson, he's got over 40 years of experience in oil, started out as a production engineer and moved all the way up to CEO. No experience in government or international diplomacy, things that kind of matter a little bit with this position. Russia awarded him its Order of Friendship Award in 2013. He's close with Russia because of his work with ExxonMobil and digging for oil and shale gas. And he has fought U.S. sanctions against Russia due to their effect on Exxon's profits. So that's a little bit about him. So you know, why does this appointment matter? It matters because it gives us insight into Trump's mind, which is, I think, a dangerous place, and also tells us kind of where Trump's administration is going to go when it comes to foreign policy and diplomacy. So he picked a deal maker, somebody in business, somebody who's rich, somebody who cares about big oil. So at least Exxon did acknowledge climate change, or the science behind it, has supported a carbon tax and supported the Paris Climate Agreement. So those are some positives there, gotta be fair. But it also shows Trump doing the thing where he's hiring a rich person, a business person who's a deal maker, quote unquote, who doesn't have experience, but somebody to be concerned about, because you're hiring a corporate entity person like this. So what else should we expect from President Trump? Rich corporate CEO. Think about this now. So Tillerson has been running and been part of ExxonMobil for over 40 years. He's fought U.S. sanctions. What's he gonna do as Secretary of State when it's suggested to them he may need to level sanctions or support sanctions against Russia? Like, do we honestly think that he's gonna act in the best interest of the United States if that comes in conflict with ExxonMobil, who he was with for over 40 years? That just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I just don't see how he's gonna all of a sudden flip and be willing to take the actions necessary, even if it hurts ExxonMobil. I mean, he was there 40 years, folks. That's more than I've been alive. Honestly, like, I think this is a poor pick. Like, I think we should be genuinely concerned when we see selections like this. I, so far, have been tracking, you can see my videos, every one of Trump's selections in his cabinet, and I have not been encouraged by either one of them. It just seems like every pick gets worse in some way, and I don't see where any of these people are fighting for average Americans, average hardworking people. That's why I do this show, because politics hits us in our pockets every day, real life. That's why I cover these things, not just because I'm a political nerd. It's because I know these things affect people's lives every day, and that bothers me. And when I see the CEO of ExxonMobil now becoming Secretary of State, I'm not encouraged that the decisions he's going to make are looking out for common working class folks like you and me. But maybe I'm wrong. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your feedback, and I will talk to you next time.